Hey everybody, Brett here. Welcome back to our Battle Brothers Beast and Exploration Let's Play. We're on day 27, and I had to make a bit of a decision here as to what to do. We're out on this peninsula. We can go ahead and just take a ship and get back up into this portion of the map if we want to. We also have a quest available to us here in Holnishvund. Holnishvund? Who the heck knows, guys? I can't say that word. But we have a quest here that is a contract for us to escort a caravan, and I think it's going to take the road all the way up to Brunelund. So they'll pay for our food, which is nice, but no doubt some of our food will spoil along the way, which is not so nice. So essentially we'll be kind of like breaking even. I'm excited because I want to get up there with these amber shards and sell them for a huge profit. Also, the contract is going to take 3 days, so that's 3 days worth of crowns for our men, and that's 3 days that we're not getting experience or gold. And our crew is basically in top fighting shape right now. If you remember at the end of the last episode, unfortunately we lost Gunpert, so rip Gunpert, but we did pick up Thilman the Believer, who has triple stars in melee skill, and otherwise just very good stats. Some of his stuff is low right now, fatigue, initiative, and that's only because he's wearing heavy armor for a level 1 character. But as he levels up, I think he's going to be quite the powerful early game character. He's essentially the type of character we've been missing this whole time. Instead, we've been getting greedy people. If you would like to, so guys, I know I'm getting quite a few views on these videos, and I'm pretty happy about that. If you subscribe and just leave me a message, probably the first one who does so, I'll go ahead and give you Thilman the Believer. Man, I don't like that name. Yeah, give me a better name for him. So the first person who subscribes and asks for it, you can have this character. And he's probably going to be a powerhouse into the late game. I'm thinking of making him like a two-handed greatsword type character. Or potentially even one of the newer type of weapons in the game, some of the big two-handed maces or flails, depending on what we get as he levels. But he's probably going to be a pretty cool character that'll be around for a long time. So he's kind of the next one up for grabs. So feel free to subscribe and leave me a comment letting me know that you're interested in claiming him as your own character, and that he doesn't go the same way as Gunpert, who lasted 26 days in 25 battles. That's a pretty good average. So 25 battles in 26 days. That means we're pretty much constantly fighting. And he almost got a kill for every battle he was in. And I went back and watched that video, the last video. And man, the manner in which he was killed was just brutal. 3 units next to each other were fleeing. The one that wasn't fleeing traded out with the fleeing raider. And then the guy with the two-handed hammer just like completely bypassed our armor and smashed Gunpert in the face. So that's the type of stuff you can't play around. We could have like just tactically stayed back in our nice little defensive shield wall, and no one would have died. Absolutely no one would have died. I was only concerned with the fact that they were routing so quickly. I felt like we were going to have to run them down, and the tables turned on us so quickly. So that's kind of a lesson going forward. You know, while I'm talking, we could be doing this contract. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll accept this. It's 940 crowns. We'll lose 3 days' pay. Probably some food will spoil. But at the end of the day, it should be a net profit for us. And we can unpause here. And we don't actually have to do anything. We'll just sit here and I can talk for a minute. I should have been doing that the whole time. So, left a comment in my... Okay. Yeah. If I'm going to get cut off, I would like it to be by a ambition. And that's exactly what we have. So let's see here. Catch the eye of one of the noble houses. I don't think we're quite friendly enough with any of the different houses yet to make this easy. I think this is actually a pretty easy ambition as well. We've already basically done this. Name a sergeant. That's something we want to do. Or fight a group of at least a dozen opponents. We've done that as well. That's also very easy to do against the undead. You just find a group of zombies. Usually they come in large numbers, they're very easy to kill, and then you knock them down. But I think we're going to try and get ourselves a sergeant quickly. And our candidates for sergeants are Scaredy the Blind or Grimold here, our monk. With 3 stars in Resolve, we basically just need to level him and then to grab the perk Rally the Troops, and that'll unlock the sergeant. It's kind of like a sash, and it'll designate him as a sergeant character. So great, I'm happy to pick up the ambition. Passing some fellow trading caravans along the way. So my hope is we'll get to Brudenland, we'll sell off that amber, make a nice profit, and take some quests, whatever quests may be available. And I think there's probably going to be some places in the wilderness here that we'll be able to take advantage of and do some questing. We're going in 2 times speed, which is a little dangerous, but if we get engaged on, there's really nothing we can do. Lots of peasants, lots of trading caravans. So for those of you who've never seen this game before, if we get engaged on, the caravan hands will help us. They'll help us in these fights. They're pretty useless, other than just getting themselves killed. Orc hunters being chased off there by the militia. So I think since the update, the towns have become much better at defending themselves against the lower tier enemies that kind of usually stalk outside the borders. So we have an event here. A man walks the road with a shovel bobbing over one shoulder and a sack of dirt swinging in the other hand. When you inquire as to what he is doing, he says he's just buried his brother and he's on his way back to Friedewald. The sack holds some of the dirt where his kin was laid to rest. Respectable. The man looks wary as a man who has buried his sibling would understandably be. Perhaps sensing your pitying gaze, he asks if maybe he can stay with your company for a time. Sure, let's let him join us at the campfire. You sit about a fire. The traveler speaks of a crime and its punishment. Out in Eichenberg, they hanged a boy for killing a merchant. Said he threw a stone at the trader to knock him off his cart. He then ran over to steal his things, but the stone man wasn't knocked out, so he drew his dagger, and the boy drew his, and I guess the boy was the one left standing when it was all said and done. Of course, he now just be left swinging. Talk of the execution, say he kicked good and long, wouldn't stop kicking even after he was dead. Maybe his cold feet were looking for warmth. Ooh. That's just a bit of flavor for you guys. Obviously that had no, or it seems to have had no real impact on the story or anything like that. Unfortunately we got here at night, so that's going to set us back even further. Because we want to sell if possible. They're now well supplied, so maybe it won't be a great place to sell, but it might be a good place to buy ourselves some more tools, things like that. We'll check out the prices for sure. Okay. So we can grab some cheap provisions here. We have lots of beer. Our guys will be drinking well. 4 days, not quite a lot, but the tools are down to 223, which is nice. There's lots of paint here, if that was something we wanted to get into. I think we're good on nasal helmets. We're good on padded armor. Don't know if we need to buy anything but possibly tools. These are not great prices for the amber, unfortunately. And this is also not great prices for buying the dyes. So maybe if we do some quests for them, we'll be in better shape. But let's take a set of tools here. And we want to buy some food that won't spoil right away. Honestly, at this, we can just buy some more grains. Yeah, get up to 5 days. That's enough for questing. Take a look in the armor. So we're starting to see even more of these consumable attachments that can go onto our armor. 10 durability. Is there any difference between these other than what they look like? And can you add both of them? I don't know. That's a good question. Because these are shoulder pieces and this is like a neck piece. Interesting. Do we have a decent piece of armor that we'll have for a while? I mean, we have some basic male shirts. Kind of want to experiment. We could give something to Hondo to make him more resilient. Yeah, I think we will grab that. We have enough gold. We can experiment a bit. There's also 2 more male shirts for us, and an even better male shirt. These are the basic ones, and this is kind of the full-fledged male. A little too expensive for us right now, but perhaps once we're done with these quests, we can pick them up. And here is one of the better archer helmets, the newer archer helmets. It doesn't impair vision, but it's very expensive, more expensive than we can afford here. And we don't want to buy these until late game. But 40 durability is huge. Okay, what'll it be? Let's buy these shoulder guards. I've played this game for so long, guys, that I'm excited about leather shoulder guards. Every bit of new content here is exciting to me right now. And any good hires potentially? It's good to know because if we lose a guy, there might be someone worth picking up. Oh, he comes with a bill hook. Oh my god, that's a tier 3 polearm, for those who've never seen it before. And they are brutal armor piercing weapons. And a hunter here would be probably better at using that bow than a lot of our current archers. But I don't think there's anyone here that is outstanding. And no need for barber. We could check the tavern for any any word that there might be some sort of ruins nearby with a legendary weapon. And no such luck. So let's check the level 1 quest and see what they have here. Okay, he wants a caravan guarded. Yeah, we'll just accept and politely decline, so to speak. The most dangerous sort of prey, sure. Yeah, we'll take this potentially 2 days southeast. Strandeki, we need to see where that is before we do anything. Let's pause, check out where that is. He wants us to go all the way. Where is... Oh, he wants us to go all the way down. I don't think so, dude. Not for 700. We need to fight. We need quests that let us fight. We'll try Friedewald. This is still probably a great place to pick up another male shirt. So I think we'll grab that, sell this. Sell the flail. I think that's fine. Late game, those get easily passed on. And Bernfried, you'll take the better male shirt. He has such pitiful fatigue. It kind of hurts to give him the better gear. And I think that's fine. So we'll go over here to Hondo. And we'll drag this onto the male shirt and see what it looks like. Okay, so I love that. It actually changes the way it looks. So what I'm curious about now is whether or not we could give him the ringlet around his neck. Kind of the leather guard around the neck. How do they refer to it? A neck guard? Well, that makes sense. I just wish we had a bit more gold. Do I want to sell a hand axe? I like to have these things in my inventory. I mean, we're not poor by any means. In a pinch, we're going to buy it. In a pinch, we can just sell one of these and we'll be fine. This is for the sake of experimentation. And let's see if this removes the shoulder guard. It very well might, and I'll feel like an idiot. But, so it did. You can only have one improvement at a time. We paid 175 gold to learn that, and that's okay with me. If it was just me playing, guys, I probably would have saved the game, done it, you know, saved myself the 175 gold. But this is okay. So he's rocking our best armor. And for those of you out there playing along, you now know that you cannot put 2 of them on at the same time. Even though they seem to be different. I mean, I would assume you could have shoulder pads while wearing a neck guard. But I guess that's not the case. So let's hurry up and get over here to Friedewald. we can actually take a quick break to come up here into the mountains and see if there are any kind of spawned outposts or anything like that nearby. So I was hoping to come down here into the swamps and maybe fight a new enemy. Abducted children. Ugh. And nightmares. There have got to be some monsters around here that we can kill. I've searched high and low for an answer, but it seems I will have to resort to steel. That would be your steel, Sellsword. I'll be honest with you, I made dealings with witches many years ago to protect my firstborn, Rambert, from a hellish fever. The child survived, but now those awful women are coming back and demand my child as payment. Wow. That's a lot of gold. See if we can squeeze them for more. Nope. Okay. Oh, God. So, I think we're going to fight our first witches, the hags. And they are probably quite scary. I kind of remember what they do. I've never fought them before, of course. This being like my first playthrough and all. We'll buy some more food. But I know that they can enchant your men. I don't know how to counter that other than to kill them. There might be a way like to wake them up. Ooh, I'm a little concerned. This could be rough. We just need to hang out. Our men are in good shape. Maybe we could even pull in some of these troops here to help us. So for those of you who've never seen that kind of technique done before, if you hug a friendly army, then you can end up pulling the enemy into battle with both of you, and you can kind of use them as meat shields. It's very effective late game when you need to fight huge hordes of enemies. Okay. Augur Gazir with a pinky. Okay. Hey there, Captain. You seen any of them saucy broads yet? Hearing this, Greenphobe the Ballless comes over. He leans in. Hey, the way I hear it, them hexes are quite the lookers. But that's how they get ya. They fool you with their charms, and then eat your very soul. Ugh. Okay. Oh, wow. I have no idea what any of this does. Okay, we're going to read this, guys. This is the first time I've ever encountered this. I want to read this, and I'm going to read it out loud for you. So Ragnar the Slow whistles and tips his cap at the beautiful ladies which have arrived seemingly out of nowhere to swoon before the company. You hold the sellsword back and step forward, but before you can speak, one of the women holds her hands up and strides to meet you. Let me show you my true self, sellsword. Her arms go to her sides, and there turn gray and shrivel like wet almond skin. Once bright and silken hair falls out in long wispy strands until her grotesque skull is bared. The last roots there, holding clumped assemblage of gnats and lice like final congregates upon a dying world. She bows, her face up toward you, with a yellow grin shorn across it. Good writing, I like that. We've great power, sellsword. Of this you surely see. I offer you a deal. I don't want to make any deals with any witches. She produces a tiny vial in each hand, one carrying a drop of green liquid, the other blue. She smiles and spins them in her fingers as she talks. A drink for the body or for the spirit? Men would kill for either. I offer you one in exchange for the firstborn's life. What worth is the offspring of a stranger? You've slaughtered your fair share, have you not? Stand aside, sellsword, and let us have this one, or confront us. Risk your men's lives and your own, all for some runt who won't remember your face in due time. It's your choice. So I have to imagine the drink for the body is some sort of like permanent stat boost, maybe to melee attack or HP, something like that. And the drink for the spirit might be some sort of, resolve bonus. And the amount that this guy is paying us, I want that gold. And I really want to fight these hags. So I will never yield that boy to you hags, 2 arms. Plus, I also always end up playing good guy characters. And we've moved away from this company at kind of the last moment. So we're not going to get their aid. I'm very curious how many of them there are, and whether or not... Oh, we have to protect Rampart? Rampart, you need to go hide in a bush. Hopefully there's no one behind us. But he should be hidden now. Oh god, from that range they can do that? That's gross. Oh, that is bad. And obviously we don't want to kill our own guy, and I think if we unleash our dogs... Oh, she has some strong raiders protecting her, so we can't just like rush her down. This is brutal. She also took our strongest melee fighter. Oh my gosh. We'll pass. We need to see what's going on here. There's another dude right there hiding in the bushes. Okay. And fighting in the forest is rough because we don't have lines of sight on her. We can't just like shoot her. And Erisel will probably end up killing our own guys. Oh my gosh. And I'm assuming we can't even, we can knock him back. That's something. And move in to protect our back line. But, oh, that's so brutal. I think we can hit him to remove the charm. Maybe the dogs will actually be good for that. Did that remove the charm? Doesn't seem to have. But the dogs don't do a lot of damage, especially to heavy armor. So, if there's any way to hit them and remove the curse or the charm, then the dogs will probably be the one to do it. We really want to get our archers onto the hag if at all possible. Okay, that was a nice shot. At least he didn't take Hondo. Hondo could have turned around and did a triple swing and like nuked our entire back line. This is just a rough thing we're doing right now. I'm very worried, guys. I honestly don't know how to remove this charm. Yeah, you stay there. She charmed another one of our guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know what to do. We have to take the shots we can take and hope to get big hits. She probably doesn't have very much missile resistance unless they gave her some sort of like passive I'm not aware of. We can almost hit back there. Took a 40% shot with an aim shot. We can move in behind them. And we don't want to kill our own guys. This is unbelievable. Okay, so he switched after a turn or two, which is good, but he already took his action, so we can't use him. This is a very dangerous enemy, and I honestly don't know how fun this is. And I don't know if I'm hitting my guys for no reason. I thought I remember reading that hitting them gave you an opportunity to try and like wake them up. But you had to be careful because you don't want to hit them hard. Let's move one archer up here to support Grimold, because Grimold does have pitiful melee stats. If there's any way whatsoever, let's remove the trees so we can see. Good dog. Okay. Man, is there no chance for them to resist that? That's kind of what I'm asking myself. Of course, he's like technically hiding behind a stump there. Probably should have tried to pull out whatever two-handed weapon he has. Damn. Okay, what kind of shots do we have? We have a 33% chance here on this raider. No good. And let's drop our dogs. We need as many distractors as we can get. And we'll leave him there for now. Yeah, we're not going to be able to run by. He's just going to catch us. Ugh. Dying to our own men feels pretty bad. Okay, one down. And our own man is routing, which is actually good. I think we take this shot even though it risks hitting our own guy, hitting our dog. I'm going to feel real bad if we kill our own mutt, but I don't think there's anything we can do to help that. And we want to pull you back, Thilman. You're our level 1 guy. We want to keep you around for a long time. And you won't be able to switch, of course. Should have switched you last turn when we realized we couldn't hit. This is so awful. Fighting them in the woods, we just can't get to them. And we have no line of sight. No, stop hitting him. If they just would have hit these two. Yeah, that was a good play. Does she do nothing else? Let's push him back. Move forward. Pull out our polearm and move forward to reinforce up here. And I think we could knock him back to try and remove his shield wall and his riposte. But I don't know if you can push someone back that has nowhere to go. Yeah. Man, I was really hoping for that kill. If we could kill him, then we could march up here and get rid of her. Ow. Almost. And she's going to run, of course. because he's charmed, we have no good shot. She's also like taking really valuable strategic people for us. Okay, he's back on our side, but he's still running. No, we don't want to risk that. As tempting as it is. At least our dogs are on the right target there. They may be a bit of a liability just because we can't choose who they're attacking. Oh, if she takes him, that would be bad. So our first resist, thank goodness. This fight would be going a lot differently had we been able to resist most of this time. Okay. Still nothing. Now let's take a big shot here. Come on. Okay, our guys are all back. She now looks like a witch. I don't know what that means. We're closing in on her. If we get out of this without losing a single man, I'm going to be pretty happy about that. He still has riposte. So let's put our shield up and go for a hit. So what does that do? Okay, we'll have to take a look at that whenever we get a chance. Protected. I think this is one of those things, if we hit her, it hurts Egil. Come on, dog, you can do it. Damn. Our men are so hurt, we really don't want to give them any more actions. So, it's blue now. I have no idea what that means. Let me know in the comments section if you know what that means. I can look it up on my own, and I'm certain that I will. But, I try not to spoil things for myself before I go into these battles. Because half the fun is like figuring it out like a puzzle, you know. But I have no clue what she's doing. And I'll move you back because apparently we can't handle these guys on our own. So Hex, this character has been cursed to feel the same pain and receive the same wounds as another character. Be careful, as it could kill him. Let's move forward 1. Do we have a better line of sight? 15% chance. I mean, he has to have more HP than her. So if he goes in and like kills her himself, we have to still be good. Getting him behind there is going to be great. We're going to have better options. Okay. Well, he doesn't have riposte, so we can take that shot. I don't blame you for running, buddy. I wouldn't want to be charmed by a witch either. Kind of ridiculous how long these two raiders are holding on. We can't move forward at all? No, okay. We should have initiative over them. Our dogs maybe will get the kill. Nope. Alright, so one of our pups is now on the witch. Thank goodness. I was so scared this dude was just going to bonk Grimold and kill him. Okay, instead she charmed Grimold. Which is a little scary because he has like our initiative. 26 chance. Okay, we hit him. Damn, if we killed him too, it'd make the shield wall weaker. Don't kill him. Raymond is a brother. He's a companion. Might be time to try and break the shields. You haven't hit anything, Hondo. Not all battle. Not a single shot. The annoying point is not that we're not killing them, it's that I just know that because we're not killing them, they're going to end up like getting a lucky shot and killing one of our guys. Okay, thank goodness, the dog does it. Our dogs are just like MVPs almost every time we use them. And here... we could poke him away. Nice. And then we can escape a bit. Hexed and charmed. I don't know if the color has any significance. It doesn't really seem to. Finally. Hondo coming through when it matters. Do you not have any ammunition? No, you're just so tired you can't even shoot anymore. Okay, so it says there are still 3 of them. Oh, okay, yeah, him, and her. And we do, of course, need to be careful how we seek to engage her. We had a window there. But unfortunately we were not able to take her out. Surprised he's not coming back yet. He hasn't taken like any damage. Okay, good. Hondo is missing most of his armor. No movement, no movement, no movement. Okay. Okay. So he didn't take like anything from that. Well, I guess she didn't technically take a lot of damage either. It's worth considering. So the hex is now gone. Okay, she charmed... Alright, so she kind of charmed the wrong person there. Bit of luck on our part. We just need to get people here now to take advantage of this window. Just has been such a long, like, fatigue-filled battle. And she's hiding behind all these, like, trees and stumps. We can't take a clear shot at her. Don't you dare. Okay, dogs. We managed to get away from him, which is nice. Can we kill her? Yes! Oh my god, achievement unlocked, Bag of Hag. I can't even tell you how stressful that was, guys. 2 helmets we don't really need, another kite shield, which is nice, another boar spear, which is also nice, and a poisoned apple. It's worth a ton, but I have no idea if it has other uses. And we got 2 levels, a ton of crowns, and they no longer have abducted children. So we return to Rampart. We return Rampart to Goswin, the Burgomeister. The townsmen and firstborn embrace like the telling of 2 separate dreams of identical circumstance, slowly coming together despite the appeals of reality. That's perhaps a bit overwritten. Finally they hug and clinch one another and pause to stare at one another to be sure it's all real. You tell Goswin the Burgomeister that every witch is dead, but that he should keep the tale to himself. He nods. Spirits feed on hubris, I know that much, and I shall take this story to the grave. I thank you for what you've done today, Sellsword. I thank you to such lengths you could not possibly know. I've but one way to express my appreciation. He brings you a satchel of gold. The side of the bag, bulging with coin, brings a warm smile to your face. So that is a lot of gold. That was a very stressful fight. Man, and we took a lot of damage. We're very lucky there that we didn't lose anyone. Like, very lucky. And I have no idea what to do with this. It's worth 1,000, which to me is kind of like a big red flag. It's like, just sell me. But we're not going to do that. Sell these, sell that. We're going to equip. Are these good prices? They are. Let's buy another thing of ammunition. We'll buy all the wood here. And we're kind of just stocking up on tradables, which is nice. We'll go into our guys. Who here is good on fatigue? Scaredy has 3 stars in fatigue. But Burnfried is someone we want to keep around, so let's give him the kite shield. Do we have any need of these nasal helmets? We don't, actually. We all have at least nasal helmets, and then our archers are rocking the mail, so we're actually pretty well situated here. Hungry 2-timer is going to hit level 5 now, and let's see what we get here. So nice 3 there for his melee, and a nice 3 there as well, and we could take another 4 for his fatigue. So he's going to end up with pretty decent stats despite being gluttonous and disloyal. That's something we can put up with if he's a good fighter. So we could take Brawny and further raise his fatigue. I kind of like that. I think you saw in that battle how important fatigue was. As our armor is only going to get heavier and heavier. So we need to constantly, we pretty much have to take fatigue every time we level. If it's, especially if there are no better options. We need our guys, by the time they're in in-game gear, I still want them to be around this kind of like 72 fatigue. So, Ragnar, still alive I see. Let's check out what his stats are going to be. So another 4 in range. He'll probably end up being a very decent ranged fighter for us. And we'll take a 4 and a 4 there. If we ever get a 4 or some bad rolls in the other ones, we'll probably want to get his HP over 50. Just to make sure he doesn't get one-shot by late game crossbows. But since he is our standard bearer for now, we want to make sure he has better resolve so that it's worth it. And a 4 roll for his range skill is excellent, making his crossbow skills all the more effective. So his fatigue is good, there's no reason to rush Brawny. I think we just want to get perhaps crippling strikes, executioner, and then round that out. Because this applies whether or not we're using melee or ranged attacks. So even when he switches out, we're still getting benefit from this. Whereas something like Bullseye, excuse me, only affects ranged characters, so that's worth noting. And every time you get a crossbow hit that pierces armor, does tons of damage, and then also gives some sort of crippling effect, that feels really good. So we'll take that there. And we have a lot of gold in the bank. We have a lot of gold worth of tradable resources. We have whatever the heck this is. And how are we on medical supplies? We're actually a bit low. So this may be a good time to stock up on that. Food. That gluttonous guy must be eating just a ton of our stores. The venison is actually at a very low price for how long it stays well. I think we buy 2 of those and we'll get our food up to 7 days now. So nice. And while we're here, we may as well check out the guys. Dude named Wolf. That's a cool name. And nothing else to do here. We checked that already. I was hoping, I don't know what an apple would have to do with taxidermy, but I was hoping it had some kind of new effect that we weren't quite aware of yet. And Grafenhaven should have something for us. They're a big city. We still have time for some more adventuring before this episode ends. We want to keep an eye on our tools. We're running through them quite heavily. And we still have 25 tools until our armor is repaired. So if there are decent priced tools here, we certainly want to look at them. Okay, we're not going to pay for any of that. Our spirits are all pretty good except for Thilman, who wasn't there for the ambitions being completed. Let's check out the quests. So some thieves. It's a pretty cheap contract, probably just some thugs. I'll take this just because it's probably easy. And our guys could use an easy fight right now. So they want us to follow the tracks west. And you know what? Before we do that, let's hang out for a second. I don't think this will hurt us much. We just need to see if we can sell some stuff. Wow, so this is why we buy the wood, guys. We bought this for 200 gold cheaper than we're going to sell it for. That's not what I meant to do. And because they're rebuilding, we're going to make a ton. Plus they have ambush trade routes. So they don't have supplies. So we can, I keep hitting the wrong thing. We can come in here and trade these for a great profit. 200 gold apiece we just made. They have no use for amber, unfortunately. And we can sell off one of these helmets as well. But look at the prices on the shields. So 22 gold. Anything we sell here is going to sell for a lot. The apple is 227. I'm actually tempted right now to kind of stop what I'm doing and look up what the apple does kind of while I'm playing. So that it doesn't affect you guys. But I'm very curious what it does. And it's one of those things I don't think we'll know unless I just straight up look it up. So let's go ahead here and follow the tracks. Find the thieves. We can fast forward this. Hold on, for some reason we're not moving. I don't know what the issue is. There we go. So 8 thieves here. Looks like some raiders. Or at least a raider. Let's get over here and get him. Keep him in vision. And once again, we want to attack him during the day while we have the advantage. So it's a bunch of thugs and a raider. I mean, we lost Gunpert, one of our best guys, to a cocky fight against some people that we never should have lost anyone against. So the raider just steps forward right off the bat, and he is going to get murdered. Yeah. I don't have a ton of faith in our archers yet, but he just walked straight up to our front line in broad daylight with no shield. Good miss. If you gotta miss, hit somebody. That's what I always say. So we took him down, and we're going to get his ranged weapon, which we don't really need at this point. But it probably sells for a lot, so that's good. We could shield wall up. And we certainly want a spear wall. Because you'll see they pretty much have initiative over us. So they're going to come into melee first. Our shield walls will be up. And the only one exposed will be Hondo. So they'll no doubt engage on Hondo. Ooh, big mining pick shot there. But that is why we gave him the neck guard. For that very reason. And we want to take some of the pressure off of Hondo. Spear wall going to keep him somewhat safe. Well, Hondo can have his revenge here. Boom. Yeah, my morale would certainly break if I saw my buddy get smashed by someone named the Brutal with a hammer. So we can just afford to wait here. We do not need to move in just yet. Yeah, I expected to get another kill. Now we move in and attempt to start mowing them down. Yeah. And for anyone who hasn't broken yet, they'll probably break soon. Yeah, we outclassed thugs by so much at this point. He's trying to run, which is why he's being smacked. And we can always release the hounds. I mean, we're not going to get much gear from him. But we will kill what's left just to get whatever experience we can. And drop the dog. That's why we have dogs. Love it. The dog ties him down. Ooh, a decapitation there. We can go to here and then give our dog a nice leapfrog. Gonna catch him guaranteed. So now we've got 2 dogs on him. And he's not going anywhere. This part doesn't really matter. We just need to quickly get through this. He's gonna try to leave and he's gonna get cut down. Excellent. So good experience for us. An easy fight, easy gold. It wasn't a lot of gold, it wasn't a lot of experience. But we're going to sell all this junk, make a little bit of a profit. Hope you guys are enjoying this episode. We finally got to see a bit more of the new content, the hags. Plus, we did a little bit of experimentation with the augments for the armor, and that was all worth finding out about. Yeah, I think we can just safely sell this. We have better. And yeah, I think we're good. So what is this other contract? A caravan to Hornguard. It's 1,140 crowns. See if they'll pay us more. Nope. We'll accept that, and we'll go all the way up there. We haven't done much fighting in the north. Ooh, we almost got jumped by some brigands there. That actually would have been nice for us because we would have fought with all of these caravan guards. Oh, it'd be cool if they stayed with us the whole way. I would feel very safe. Look at all the brigands. But this will be it, guys. We'll finish this quest. Whether that means if we take a fight, I'll take the fight, and then we'll call it a wrap. But we have no tools, and we still need 8. So whatever the case may be, we need to get some tools. We've also revealed there's multiple areas we can take fights at now. There's a brigand leader, or raider leader up here at this position. Perhaps we can go and pick a fight with him. Bitter the war dog into a local dog fighting circle. A lot of money. No, I'm not about dog fighting in real life, guys. Yeah, so we're not going to do it in a video game. I tend to do in games what I would do in real life. And our war dogs have been awesome. And there's probably a chance we could make some money. There might be a chance of some cool interaction. But I'm going to go with my gut. They don't always reward you, and I think this is purely percentage based. We could win a lot of money, the dog dies. We could win a lot of money, the dog lives. We could lose all our money and the dog dies. So that's not going to happen. And sometimes you get, unexpected benefits from kind of turning down the event, so to speak. But there are brigands everywhere. Look at all these battle sites. It's hard times up here. So provisions are being provided, but in the meantime our stuff is still like spoiling, I believe. Which is kind of a downside. And we're wasting some time because we don't have tools repairing our gear. But now we're up in the snow. And maybe we could take some cool, unique fights up here. Maybe finally fight one of the Unhold. I don't know if we're quite ready for the big boys. We're basically in full raider gear right now. Or nearing that point. I would like to get like tier 2 ranged weapons on all of our dudes. That means better crossbows. We still can't take quests from them. We're not renowned enough. I was hoping to level and get that ambition finished. What do you have here for us? So this previously was the best archer helmet you could get. And it's a closed male coif. Anything better than this would obscure your vision. So this was like the penultimate thing. But that's not the case anymore. And look how much gold look how many crowns we have. We could buy almost anything we wanted. So check out some of these late game armors, the coat of plates. Super high on the durability, but the fatigue is brutal at 42. This is also, I don't know if this is a new armor. I think this is just the same old armor, but they gave it a bit of an updated look. The heavy lamellar armor. These are also, for their fatigue, they're a little bit bad. Same thing with the reinforced mail. But reinforced mail is kind of like a huge leap forward for us. Because we're at this tier. The next tier would be something like mail hauberks. And then after that, you can kind of jump around from there. But there's also these leather scale armors, which I haven't even seen before. These are new. I'm very tempted to buy both of these basic mail shirts, and I think I will. And there's also a ton of these padded nasal helmets. Lots of good options here, honestly, to outfit some of our guys. And some more options for these. They're even cheaper than at the last place. And there's a weaponsmith here, which we'll definitely be looking at. So this is a longsword. So here is one of the earlier games versions of the greatsword. I like this edition a lot. And here's a tier 3 spear, a fighting spear. I would love to get a longsword. It's also pretty cool looking too. And military picks here are brutal if you can get these early. They do 200% damage versus armor. And against some enemies, that's just more than they can handle. And you'll see here, we already have a noble sword. We skipped right past arming sword and went to this. Yeah, one of the best well-balanced weapons in the game. There's also a long axe here, which would be great on Hondo. I don't think we gave Hondo a specialty in hammers quite yet. Did we do that? No. We left him somewhat undecided. That way we could make sure we get the best weapon on them available. And there's a war dog here. I don't think this is a very good price. But these are great prices for tools. We're going to buy all of that. Oh, and what is this? A pole hammer. And it's damaged, so it's super cheap. Uh-huh. We may have to grab that, guys. There's also a damage. Okay, we're buying that for sure. So this is 50 to 75. What kind of hammer are you currently using? Oh, wow, that's a 15-point increase. Shield damage of 20, fatigue of 14, 50 and 150. Oh, it also has increased range. So the same fatigue, it has a chance to hit head, but it doesn't hit shield. And it has even more armor piercing. Oh my gosh, we're getting that, guys. Heck yeah. Wow, good stuff. They also have military cleavers, which are really, really brutal against certain enemies. If they don't have armor, the military cleavers just destroy them. So let's check out our guys. So we'll go over here to Hondo. Give you that. It has 2 range. That's awesome. I am super stoked on that. So who has? You're in line for this. That's 110. Your fatigue is still awful. So is yours, but not as bad. Yeah, there you go, Scaredy. And our back line's fatigue is looking very good. We don't want to lose Ragnar. We don't want to lose Raymond. Take that, Raymond, since you're on the outskirts. And we can actually sell that hammer now. It's not worth a ton. But we'll recoup some of our losses. And we'll sell this hand axe as well. And one of these. Those are some pretty sweet pickups, guys. And I'm very tempted to get the mail shirt as well. Because it's almost the same price as the other mail. And if we wanted to, we could take a 1 gold hit on this. If we thought for a moment that we were going to be destitute, we don't have to worry about that. We have, 1,500, give or take, easy gold right here. Or if we hold on to them, potentially, 2,000 plus. So I think we'll hold on to that. And there's also a dagger here for super cheap we could get. And I think we're going to call that good, but we're going to go into the armory and see what we could get. Very tempting just to grab another mail shirt or even one of these hauberks. But I think we need to be practical. Call that fine. So you're going to get, this is 125. You're going to get the mail shirt, Hondo. You're going to get the reinforced basic mail. And I think we just kind of have to damn you and your fatigue. We can't have guys on the front line with that bad of armor. And we'll give Ragnar the Lamellar since he is our standard bearer. I like it. All good stuff. And maybe after we do some questing around here, we will be able to better our prices somewhat. And we'll level up. We'll unlock an ambition. Increase our renown. And maybe after our next renown increase, I think that might be when we can take these contracts. I'm not 100%, but it's also worth coming into here. So there's a sergeant here. All good stuff. So we honestly just want to leave here and come back here to try and pick up a quest. And then that's where we'll leave it, guys. It's going to kind of be in a long episode. But if we find ourselves with nothing to do, we'll come down here to the Headcutter's Nest and look to take on another leader. Okay. And there's an armorer here with some more cheap stuff. What is this? A barbute helmet. A sturdy yet light barbute helmet, a design uncommon in these lands. Wonder where this stacks up. It's a 190. It's cool looking. That's a new piece for those of you who aren't aware. And there's also light scale armor. So 170. It's in between the male hauberk. That's nice because once you got to the male hauberk, there was really only one way to go, and it was to the reinforced male hauberk. And it was a pretty nice jump, but there's also a pretty big jump in fatigue as well. And sometimes it was difficult to make that transition. And sellsword's armor looks pretty awesome. Yeah, guys, I'm finding it hard to leave because I'm just like, man, I just want to look at all this cool stuff. All of these like armor upgrades, I can't wait to have all my dudes kitted out and looking very unique with cool new helmets and new armor. I'm excited about it. Do you guys want any amber? Not really. Not really. Let's see what your quest is. Well, first, marketplace. Good prices on tools. We may want to stock up once again after we look at what this quest is. We may just buy them out of tools and then buy them out of salt and go on traveling. But we need to take some big fights and make some big money. Oh my god, just more escort missions. That's not what I want. So guys, we'll leave it here. And maybe we'll get a better quest. Oh, this is also a stone citadel. Yeah, this is not the best place for us to quest until we get our renown up. But I mean, we could always take the escort, make a couple thousand gold basically. We would sell off some stuff, potentially, or take a fight, sell some stuff, buy their salt, and then go down to wherever the heck it wants us to go. It said it was a 4 days journey, so that's pretty rough. I don't like that because we're not getting experience. But like I said, I think that's where we're going to leave it today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. It means the world to me. Every time I get a single sub, I'm a small YouTube channel. So even when I get 1 sub in a day, I get super excited. And I appreciate that. Comment on the video if you notice something. Some people have been giving me pretty useful tips in the videos. And I'll certainly take those into account in future videos. I don't have like a huge stockpile backlog of these. I'm playing them like every single day and kind of giving you like in the moment reactions to what's happening. And I hope you can appreciate that. You know, this isn't like some 6-day-old video that I'm uploading today. So alright guys, once again my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.